What's up, dog?
How you doing?
Tarantino or what?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Up the block.
Hey, he's got a stick. He's got a stick. Did you get that?
I got some of it. Look at that. There's a fire going right there.
Oh my
what
God.
the fudge is this?
I don't want to get attacked again. There we go. Go get her, Jonathan. Stop her before she gets out.
The cop's just gonna go by, and they're gonna do nothing. They're gonna do nothing. Dude,
Wow, we got people out here just scratching legs.
You know, now they're just in that fentanyl fold mode.
What's going on? What?
Oh man, what was this guy doing, man? This is the fentanyl fold.
Oh no.
Come on, man.
We're in the streets of Seattle today. Lots of crazy things are happening. We got the legend, Jonathan, show today.
What are you doing here, man? Should be home watching football.
We should be home watching football, but we got to show people what's going on here in Seattle. We're going all across America in these next upcoming weeks. Jonathan, what the heck's happening here in Seattle?
Well, look, this is pretty much the heart of the downtown Seattle retail core. You've got Pike Place Market over there, gorgeous, again, city, at least here on the surface. You've got the downtown corridor there with more shopping, and then you go further down, you have City Hall. So by all accounts, again, Seattle is a beautiful city, but you just go around the corner into the alleyways, then you're going to see fentanyl addicts. You're going to see people selling stolen goods. This used to be the former Hard Rock Cafe. It closed down because of high crime, fentanyl use. We go down another block. Look at this storefront. Another one closed down here. But you go down over here, this is really what was one of the saddest scenes so far. You have this iconic Starbucks. And I want to remind everybody, this is home to Starbucks coffee. It's right over there in the corner, yeah. Right before you arrive, you've got 3 homeless guys, 2 tents, and another guy smoking fentanyl in front of all the tourists with children.
If you talk to, a lot of the activist class or some of the leftist politicians, they'll say that in order to solve homelessness, you need more affordable housing. But if you actually meet these people and talk to these people, the root causes continue to be mental illness, broken relationships. The vast majority of the men and women on the streets right now had a falling out with a family member or a parent or a brother or sister.
So right here, we're on 3rd Avenue and Pike.
Yeah. I mean, look what they've had to resort to in this city. You have these downtown ambassadors, but there's fencing. You can't go down alleyways on either side.
Yeah.
Look at both sides. And you can't go down the alleyways because this is where the drug addicts would congregate, and there'd be all kinds of illicit activity going on. Mm-hmm. So this is the only way. It really does look like a war zone, Mick.
I remember coming here as a child. I grew up a little bit in Seattle, and Pike's Market was the place to come. Coming down here, go to the Ross, the Nike shop. Nike store is gone now.
Nike store is gone. Again, another victim of the insanity that ensued just in the past few years with the BLM Antifa riots that just completely obliterated so many of these businesses here that just never came back. If we just turn the corner, I mean, look what's going on here. I mean, it's all empty storefronts.
Completely empty here.
Yeah, and actually, this is a good day. Usually, this would be lined with drug addicts, right? This would be lined with people boosting stolen items. It is getting better in certain spots, like here at 3rd and Pike, because of the aggressive policing, aggressive cleanup by the downtown ambassadors and so on and so forth. But the reputation now for Seattle, you talk to anyone who lives outside one of the outer ring suburbs, they're like, no way I'm going to downtown. So I'm an independent journalist and also a senior fellow with Discovery Institute. We're a think tank based just a few blocks away. And what we focus on is primarily solutions to homelessness, the fentanyl epidemic, and the mental health crisis that is, again, destroying the streets of America. Another problem is a lot of this housing here. This is what you call permanent supportive housing. You've got folks who are formerly homeless, who have essentially been warehoused and shoved into these buildings.
So the homeless are living inside these really nice buildings right here.
That's right. They're being given away, taxpayer subsidized. It's unbelievable.
You awake? Hello? You all right? How you doing, sir? Good. What's going on? We just wake you up from your nap? What?
Yeah, but
Can we talk to you?
no, I'm fine.
Oh, okay, he doesn't want to talk to us. Look right here, just across the street.
That woman's, I'm profiling her, but she's likely, a worker.
Really?
And they all just kind of congregate out here and, they're doing drug deals, man.
Yeah.
It's just normal. This is what you call the fentanyl fold. He probably did something. He's hunched over now. He's struggling to breathe, his system's shutting down, and we just have to check on men and women like this on the streets. When they're hunched over, it's a telltale sign they're probably, hit fentanyl, and, now they're just in that fentanyl fold mode. We're here now at the corner of Pine and 3rd and Pine, another notorious street corner. This McDonald's, there have been so many, violent incidents and crimes. The nickname is McStabbies. This is the downtown Christmas celebration happening. That's the tree, and the holiday lights are about to go on right now. And
We're just chilling at McStabbies.
And we're chilling at McStabbies just 1 block away. Again, people coming here who aren't used to Seattle, you come here, you see the juxtaposition. 1 block, you have fentanyl addicts all hunched over doing drugs. The other, you've got families and children, shopping at Nordstrom's and enjoying the Christmas tree.
What's life like out here in Seattle?
It's all good.
How long have you been living here for?
My whole life.
And have you seen the streets change over the past few years, or what are you mainly seeing?
Since COVID took over, yeah.
So would you say COVID's caused a lot of problems here?
Well, it was the start of it, and it kind of just went downhill from here. We never really recovered from it. We're starting to, but
In what ways has it gone downhill?
I wouldn't say it's gone downhill. It's highlighted the problems that we have, starting with the leadership and down. It's not. You're just seeing the outcome of everything, as from our shitty leadership. That's just what you're seeing. It starts from the top. So if you don't like something down here, look to the top and you'll find the answer. In what other area of life do you have such a problem and the leader isn't held responsible? In sports, yeah, the coach gets fired. If you have a problem that you've identified, the leaders are held responsible, and we're not here. It's the same government. Doesn't matter who we vote in. It's the same year after year.
And who should be in charge? And
People.
The people.
The people.
Would you like to see Chaz Part 2 here in Seattle?
I'd like to see a revolution, of sorts. There's enough of us versus them, What are they going to do? Shoot us all? I don't think so.
Okay, these are the fellas I'm talking about.
How are you guys doing?
What's
going on, man? How y'all doing, man?
I hope you guys lose your jobs because you're saving so many lives. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I hope
It's not that you hope we lose our jobs. It's that you hope we get expanded
Thank you so much for your time.
in other areas than just down here because we've been
That's
so
right.
successful.
That's what I mean. I mean, these are good guys. They're saving lives out there. They go around reviving people. This is the taxpayer-funded group, WDC, and they carry Narcan, and they've saved so many lives on the streets. How many people have you hit with Narcan?
Today, I don't think we've had any, but over this week, I know we've had at least 3. So
Really?
it's something that's needed, and so we're here to deliver it. We deliver care. That's what WDC stands for. So
So if it weren't for you guys, what do you think the streets would look like?
a lot of these incidents that you see out here between the police and the homeless and addicts, it would probably get worse. Some of the businesses that we look out for, when they call the police come in with that authoritative approach. And it causes a kickback and a retaliation from some of these people. And they get windows broke out and stuff like that. So they tend to call us to help out instead of the police or before they call the police.
Yeah.
So that we can come in and kind of diffuse it without that extra element of authority where we're just telling people what to do. We ask them to please, move from in front of the place.
Yeah.
We ask them to please not smoke in front of families as they're walking through the downtown area. And they have that relationship with us, and so they have that respect, and we can kind of get them to move along or at least go to another area to do it because we don't judge them.
How long you been living out here in Seattle for?
I don't really live. I'm of life.
You live life.
I don't live life. I am of life.
Oh,
You can't live life because when you live, you're living through life.
Yeah.
You're not of life.
What would you say, let's be unburdened by what can be?
What can one be?
Yeah.
One can be anything. It's all about decisions, right?
Do you like living out here in Seattle?
Living out here is great, but if you want to be one of life in Seattle, it's not really.
How does one become one of life here in Seattle?
Talk to a tree. Ask a tree how they do it.
Let's go talk to it.
You don't really have to talk to the tree. You just have to.
So we got a tree right here.
Yeah.
If the tree could talk, what would the tree say?
The tree would say, beings of life, they provide. They're productive.
How many people here, on these streets, or do you think are using drugs?
Everybody.
There's quite a bit. There's more now than it used to be, in the past.
Do you consider money a drug?
It could be bad and it could be good,
So can drugs, There's pharmaceutical drugs.
How you doing, ma'am? What's going on here?
Oh, nothing. Just, how Seattle is. People harassing people and talking to them without asking. It's normal Seattle stuff.
Can I speak with you?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. How old are you?
I'm 15.
And
Well, in 14 days.
where do you live?
I live in Greenwood. I'm going to see my boyfriend.
Do you feel safe walking around here?
Oh, no, but you know, you gotta trust Seattle. When you live here your whole life, it's a whole thing of if you don't trust the hood, nobody can trust it.
So that guy was just approaching you. Did he say anything to you? And you said, yeah, I heard you yelling like I'm only 15 or something like that.
Yeah, it happens a lot in Seattle with kids. You know, guys will walk up, they'll try and flirt with them and hit on them, and then when somebody says something, it'll be a big thing.
You aren't using any drugs, are you?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, we hope you get to your place safe or wherever you're going, to your boyfriend's house.
Yeah.
Young girls like that are prime targets for pimps and sex traffickers.
You guys live here in Seattle?
Yeah.
What do you think about the city?
It's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
And we're 3rd and Pike right now. We were talking to you over there. They say obviously there's a big issue with fentanyl. Would you say there's a big issue here?
It's gotten a lot better. The city cleaned up this street corner.
Yeah.
Like about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, like that place, that street corner over there was full of people day and night, and no more. So, and they're prosecuting people for that shit now too.
How you doing, sir? We're live right now. How'd you get the black eye?
Someone hit me. I was walking on a public sidewalk right at the Kemp dispensary, and he said, "Sir, you're on my sidewalk." I said, "Oh, okay. Well, can I pass?" And he said, "No," and he hit me.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened to the guy? Do you punch him back?
I was wrestling in high school, so I threw a couple moves, and then he got picking up a lime bike, and you know that in big time wrestling, that guy that used to throw the chairs,
Yeah.
Roddy Piper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said, "Bro, I surrendered." So he let me get a walk away.
What are you doing out here on the streets of Seattle?
Drinking kombucha.
Wow, that's a lot of kombucha.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Hell,
so. Here in Seattle, you do not see police officers. You see very few police officers, but what you do see is you see the WDC people and you see the downtown ambassadors. Who are the downtown ambassadors, Jonathan?
So these downtown ambassadors, are funded by the city as well, and some private businesses to essentially make their rounds and keep the sidewalks clear. If there's,
Is this part of the defunding the police effort?
No, this wasn't really part of the defunding the police effort. This was actually put in place of the lack of officers here now in many ways. I mean, they're not obviously, commissioned to make arrests or to stop crime, but just having a presence here, keeping the sidewalks clear, active, forces the dealers and the addicts to keep on moving in some ways as well. So it's a deterrent.
Have you seen a police officer yet in the stream?
No cops. And people are doing drugs all over the place. And again, just normalized. Look at the remnants of the Steak and Shake behind us.
Whoa, yeah, look at the Steak and Shake over here. It's gone.
It's gone. It's not coming back. That's the problem.
Right here, the Pike and 3rd Street. I have a documentary that I filmed here that I haven't released yet. I will be releasing soon. It used to be like covered, like filled, 200, 300 people just on one corner, all going to one spot where the dealers were coming in. And I even got threatened by some of the dealers. But now Jonathan has said they have moved to Chinatown. Now we're going to take the bus to Chinatown.
I'm going to jump on a bus here, but I do want to make a point real quick. This corridor essentially allows drug addicts and the thieves. In many cases, the drug addicts are stealing from the Walmarts and Targets to feed their addiction. They're jumping on these buses, going back and forth. They're essentially getting free rides to go sell their stolen merchandise in Chinatown. Then they're coming back to the Target that we just walked by, stealing more merchandise and going back and selling right on the street.
All right, we're here on the bus. We'll do some interviews.
Look at this. And these buses, essentially, as the weather gets colder, the problem here in King County is
pretty warm.
It is warm, and they're essentially known as mobile homeless encampments now, right? Because as the weather gets, colder, you got homeless people, you got drug addicts, and that's a problem, man. You got people doing fentanyl on these buses. So you got the bus drivers union complaining about that. They have every right to not want to be working in conditions like that. The chances of us meeting this dude on the bus.
Can I be honest?
Oh my gosh! You know what? Look what's behind us too. Look at that. Oh, you can't make this stuff up.
Cannot make this stuff up right now.
With the far left activist.
I'm not a far left activist.
And
He knows I'm not.
This poverty. This is
The police like me more than you, Jonathan. The police like me more than you. They do.
He accosted me numerous times. He accosted our Botox.
Accosted?
He carries the speaker. Oh, there goes the speaker. Why don't you start playing
Yeah,
it
so
right
what's
now?
the speaker for?
What's the speaker for?
I'm a musician.
Yeah, right.
Can we hear something?
In a little bit, maybe.
We're in Chinatown right now.
We're in Chinatown. Holy cow, everybody. Chat. This is getting freaking wild here. All right, have a good one. Wow, that was crazy, chat. Just on the bus.
Here's the crazy part, Nick. I've been in this market now for 5 years, and I just have this notorious reputation now because I'm trying to expose the truth and call out these bad actors like that loser
Yeah, so what's that? So I'm so confused. Who was that guy?
Okay,
What
that
did he do?
I forgot his last name. His first name's Jeffrey. I mean, he's just some maniac. He's some trans activist. What he does is he's a disruptor. He carries around a speaker, and then he just plays loud music or yells. It took us basically 6-7 minutes to get from downtown 3rd and Pike to Chinatown ID. Now we're going to the Little Saigon neighborhood, one of the most notorious for open-air drug use, crime. And what I'm telling you is this, a lot of these buildings are mixed income housing. So you have people who are formerly homeless, a lot of mentally ill people mixed in with everybody else, and it becomes a free-for-all. This is, the tech boom is happening out here. Like I said, this home to Microsoft, Amazon, and every other startup. Everyone wants to live here. Yeah. Then you've got, the folks who've been here a long time who are complaining that, rent's going up. I'm going to warn you guys right now. This is one of the most dangerous. I've had beer bottles thrown at me. I've had, people, brandish knives. Just going to make an executive call right now, okay? And this is for our own public safety. I want you to see what's happening across the street. I don't know if you want to swing it over there. Yeah. Those people are not waiting for the bus. Those people, some are, by the way, and that's the sad part, right? You got some Asian grandmas waiting for those. Then the other homies, they're selling stolen goods, they're smoking fentanyl, they're passed out, and they don't like cameras, bro.
What if we go in there saying we're looking for some deals?
Yeah, you get a deal, but you better have cash.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's up, my man?
How you doing, bro?
How you doing?
You too.
How's life out here?
Man, it's all right.
Nick Shirley. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Shirley.
How you doing?
Deals.
What's up, bro?
He's looking for some Black Friday deals, player.
Oh, snap.
Y'all got the deals here?
Hey, you got to hit him across the street, bro.
So your friend said you just beat cancer?
Yeah, well, not just now. I had cancer when I was 7 years old, diagnosed, and went through chemo and radiation. I was so young, I don't really remember the whole thing. Like, that's where my port was in my chest right here.
Wow.
And and then after I went through that, I went through 2 more years of chemo and radiation, and then I got re-diagnosed with cancer again when I was in my 20s, beat it again.
Are you currently using any drugs?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a fentanyl addict, and I am trying to get my life together. And dude, the fentanyl is something that is a horrible drug. It is a plague on the society, to be honest.
How did this addiction start for you?
For me, I was already premeditated into having an addiction, because having cancer when I was a child, I was given opiates before I even had a chance. And when opiates enter your body, here's the thing: when you first do opiates, it actually transforms your brain chemistry and make it so that you are already, premedicated to be addicted. For most people, it is a catalyst that cannot be stopped. If you start with any opiate, you're going to transition to the strongest one. I've literally seen families of 5, mothers pull over on the side of the street and pick up fentanyl when they have their kids in the back, and they're going to family dinners. I've tried to get clean multiple times. I've done everything I can to try to get clean. The only way I'm going to get clean myself on my own, truly, is I have to probably leave Washington, because there's no way, I've been to jail millions of times in detox. I've detoxed hundreds of times.
He wants me to get clean, and she said go to jail. Why would he suggest going to jail if you want to get clean?
Because when you go to jail, your mindset changes and you're stuck there. You can't get out. There's nothing you can do about it.
You say jail's the best option for a lot of these addicts here on the street?
No, it's not the best option.
No, not at all.
Why are you interrupting me?
I'm just saying, what you're saying.
It's not the best option. It's kind of the only option for addict. It's kind of the only.
Not the best option, but the only option.
It's not the only. It's it's the only option for someone who's on the streets, who's an addict, because they're not going to just stop. That drug is a person that has shot up heroin for 30 years, smokes a blue pill one time and quits shooting up. That's how powerful it is.
That's how powerful fentanyl is.
I did.
Do you think now that Trump's going to become the president, stuff like it's going to get cleaned up, or do you think it just stays the same?
In the National Guard, that's going to be the only way at this point. Seriously, we need militarized force. I mean, let me show you something. We've been complaining about not seeing enough cops. Look at that. You got one officer for this entire corridor. You think this one cop just watching is going to be able to handle this mess that you're about to look at right across the street? This is insanity. We're going in. But I'm going to do this for you, man. I mean, it's really up to you, man. I want to just see this corner. Then we go down King Street near the park you were at. It was nothing. Mm-hmm. You go there right now, it's going to be insane. I say we first walk that, then we make our way back around the L. You want to do that?
Sounds good to me.
Let's just do it, just to be safe.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
It's a horde of people, just addicts. All of that has been moved from downtown 3rd and Pike, right? It was clear. It's all been moved here. Do you see how easily they get here? Did anyone ask us to pay for the bus?
No.
We just jumped on, and it just brought us here. A concierge service for drug addicts.
These shops are here in Chinatown.
Pathetic, man. These are the mom and pop Asian-owned immigrant businesses just trying to run, a decent living. And then across the street, you got all this illegal, illicit activity. This is insane.
Show this guy scratching his legs.
I mean, dude,
wow, we got people out here just scratching legs.
Look at the corner.
Look at the corner here.
Look at that corner.
Oh my gosh, this is madness here.
The moment the sun drops, it gets crazy. It's like Zombieland. All the zombies come out. Nick, I'm just going to tell you right now, I might have to bail because the moment I'm outed, they might start targeting our crew. So once we go down here, we're on our own, bro. This park is less than a year old. This is a City of Seattle park. Homai Park. Less than a year old. I was at the grand opening. You think they wanted this to be infested with drug addicts and dealers? This is the crew that starts throwing bottles at me. So we just got to be careful, man. Just keep your head on a swivel, Nick. These people are trying to feed the homeless, people who need food, but is it enabling? Well, oh man, what was this guy doing, man? This is a fentanyl poem.
Oh no.
So this person's clearly doing fentanyl. They have like towels over their head, jackets. Unfortunately, I know too many people. That guy is one of the top drug dealers, man.
And that lady has a stroller right there.
Yeah, the funny thing is most of these strollers, they use it for transportation of their items.
Yeah.
But it also kind of makes them unassuming.
So what's going on here in this park right here? We see a lot of people hunched over. Has this always been like this, or when did this start happening?
I mean, dog, the park was just built, to be honest. And to be honest, it ain't even no park. I mean, it's just a bunch of free space for everybody to kick it and chill and enjoy themselves. You feel me? There ain't no playground, there ain't no toys, there ain't no slides and no shit. So apparently it's not a kids friendly playground.
Are you an addict or are you a user here?
Yeah, I'm an addict, yeah.
Or what's your drug of choice?
Shit, anything you put on that table. Anything that's gonna take me out of my feelings or help me forget what I'm doing, hell yeah. It's gonna take the pain away from me. By all means, I'm gonna do it.
Do you want to get clean or do you just like this lifestyle?
To be honest, I've been clean before, but every time I do decide to get clean, there's always something to bring me back. It's always something. If it ain't a death in the family, it's something I go through emotionally, spiritually, or physically, or mentally that brings me back out or keep me out here, for that matter.
Would you say addiction is a disease?
Yeah, all day long. All day long.
We got to get out of here. So here's why we need to get moving. The sun is setting.
Yeah.
The moment the sun goes down, I do not advise you guys to go into that horde.
No.
Only do it while there's light. Yep. That means we have 10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes. Here we go.
They set up a tent so they can do drugs.
Oh my God.
So there isn't wind.
2 of them.
And this is not a typical tent. It's one of those porta potty tents.
It's like the tents the girls use for spray tanning. So we got the tent next to propane bottle.
Oh my God, dude. What is... You can't make this stuff up. Look what we're seeing.
This is insane. Right now.
I mean, look at this. Like, everyone's doing drugs. Everyone's doing fentanyl, bro.
How you doing? What's going on inside the tent?
Man, we gotta keep warm out here, but it's cold out here.
Oh, we got some ribs. How much are the ribs tonight?
Free in this, bro.
$5 for a set of ribs. $5. What else are you selling?
I got shrimp.
Shrimp? How much is shrimp?
Vietnamese actually like the shrimp with the ribs.
Oxtail too.
Yup, the Vietnamese grandmas, right? They're always getting off you.
Yeah, they get the oxtail.
I want you to look at the sign though, real quick. Look now. No buying or selling merchandise. Guys, do you honestly think these folks are gonna follow the guidance of the sign?
Nope, they said don't record them. Here, just keep it on me right now so people don't get upset.
Yo, what's up, dog?
How you doing?
Tarantino or what?
Whoa.
Get the up the block.
I'm getting out. Hey, he's got a stick. Oh my gosh. Here, let me see.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
I got some of it, man.
Holy cow.
I mean, bro, I think that's our cue. I mean, you gotta start reporting from a distance. We can't go back in this.
Yeah, no, we're not going back in.
Look at that. There's a fire going right there.
Oh my gosh.
What the fudge is this? There's a fire.
There's a fire here in the streets.
Dudes are just lighting fires, man. Like it's nothing. Think about this.
Wow, yeah.
How do you run a business in the city of Seattle? This is crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle Fire gets called today, right now. Look what's going to happen. The cop's just going to go by, and they're going to do nothing. They're going to do nothing. The cop literally does nothing.
The cop did nothing.
Yeah. Who's he coming back? Okay, now he's making the rounds. Okay,
let's go over there. Let's go over there.
That's why. Because of the fire. The fire got in.
Here, we're going to beat the train. How's it going, officer? Is this normal night here in Seattle? Fire on the side of the building?
Hey,
sure.
turn that shit off. The fire. Take it out.
Move along. Move along. Go here. You too. Is this your bed? Stay safe here. Police officer going through right now. He's just around trying to do what he can do. He's a just stand right here. We'll just wait. We don't want to get up in there. Jonathan, you can go if you want to follow me.
We can go with the cop.
All right, yeah. We got the police with us now. Frick, I don't want to get attacked again.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
You.
Did you see that assault, Nick?
Yeah, I did. Did see that. Stay safe.
That lady assaulted me. She's knocked down my camera, but she's running. I don't even think it's worth it.
Of the assault?
Yeah, I'll file a police report. I'll file. She knocked down my phone and was cracking it now. Thankfully, he's going to go after that lady with the red hair. I got to go because I got to file this.
Yeah, go get her. Go get her.
She cracked my phone. My phone's cracked.
No. Jonathan, I gotta file the police report. Go get her, Jonathan. Stop her before she gets out. Oh, here we go.
I just wanted to say this is good police work, right? This is a rare instance, but you have an officer who cares enough to take my report. I mean, my phone has a crack in it now. Look at this big line. It's on the back, but there's a crack on it. Thankfully, he was here and he's checking her out. Look, do I want her to go to prison, jail? No, absolutely not. She's just some tweaker, needs help. But at the same time, we can't be assaulted out here. Mm-hmm. Dude, you and I were nearly assaulted. I got assaulted.
Yeah.
This happens regularly because they don't want their bad behavior shown. But here's the reality. We have to keep exposing this because it's also the only way we can hold our elected officials accountable. Because if we don't show these public policy failures, our elected officials can say, oh, everything's great. That's not good for our democracy either. The voters, the constituents, they got to see what's going on here. Tammy Morales is the Seattle council member. This has been going on for years. I've never seen her once out here, simply walking the streets to let her constituents know that she cares. That's virtue signaling. That's all she does from the dais. She says she cares about communities of color. She says she cares about BIPOC people. But when it comes to Asian Americans, I guess we're the wrong minorities. I guess we don't count. And that's what's so frustrating to the business owners. I can advocate for myself, but what about the Asian grandmas and grandpas running the businesses who can't even speak English, who just want to make a living, and they've got to deal with this hell every single day? Notice she's trying to victim blame me. That's the best part, right? Like, oh, well, you shouldn't have been recording. That's why I broke your phone. I'm like, what? I mean, it just makes no sense.
Things are crazy here in Seattle. Shout out to Jonathan for coming out today.
Thank you again for your viewers, for staying with us and platforming and showing what's happening out here, man. No one else is.
Love y'all. Make sure you guys subscribe, give this video a like, and we will see you guys tomorrow.